Good evening, everybody. This is R.S. Mallory and Steve Hall, and tonight it is May 11th, and we're going to be talking about strategizing how to build your Govee business. There's no secrets about that. There are certain things that a person can do to build their home-based business, no matter what it is, and they are age-old axioms. There are many different ways to build your business. Steve and I, for years and years and years, the last 30 years, have built face-to-face, person-to-person, picking up the telephone and talking with people. These days, we have social media, and particularly Facebook, where people who are adept at social media can get on there, and there are certain ways that they can make friends. And I have learned how to do that. The people on our team in Govee have some videos if you're interested in doing that. I will say, if you're not adept at social media at all, don't think that you can't do it, because you can, and follow the simple steps. What I have found, though, Steve, is that the basis of any home-based business at all, in gathering customers or finding people who want to build their own home-based business, is to build relationships with people. And in order to do that, I find that a little bit difficult to do it on Facebook unless I happen to know the people personally, and then I can reacquaint and retouch base with them on Facebook. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, it's no matter how you do it, we know you can get lucky or whatever, or there are exceptions, but it's a relationship business. And David, you have to do what you feel comfortable with. I love belly to belly, face to face, get referrals from people that I do have relationships with. I'm not an expert on Facebook, but I know a lot of people made an awful lot of money on Facebook, especially starting after the pandemic and all the other BS where everybody was locked down for no reason at all.
But you said something very important. You talked about referrals. Before I want to address that, but before I do, I just want to include email marketing is still valid. David is here because he and I had a relationship for 11 years, and I would occasionally send out a marketing email. And I sent him a marketing email regarding our fuel tablets at Govee, and that resonated with David. And he started coming on Dr. Lee's calls. And one day he called me and he said, "I'm joining you," after 11 years of reading my emails. So emails.
Fantastic.
Yeah. And David is rocking and rolling with his Govee business. Yes, with fuel tabs, but also with our multi-trillion-dollar wellness division. So that's incredible. So just because one thing resonated with him doesn't mean that you have to stick with that. You never know what's going to resonate with somebody. So send out your emails, contact people. Don't be afraid to call your friends and family and people that you know from the golf course or the dry cleaners or stuff like that, cold and warm market, and tell them, "Hey, I've started a new business, and I'd like to get your opinion on it. Do you have a few minutes to watch a couple of 2-minute videos?" Send out emails, as I said, like that. I've also created some pull tabs. Steve, you and I used to use pull tabs. I put them in the bagel stores. I put them in Office Max. I put them in the coffee shops. I put them in, beauty shops. Whoever has a community bulletin board, you can go to your local Y and you can put them there. Fewer and fewer people have them, but the ones that do, I find, are very effective, because people of a certain age are used to seeing pull tabs and announcements and stuff, and people posting their business cards in them, and there are fewer and fewer people aren't doing it. So they're paying attention to the stuff that's on there, and you never know, you can build your business that way too. Again, I wanted to talk about, you mentioned referrals, and that's so important. Years ago, I started using Maybelline mascara. It comes in a little pink tube. I bet Cindy uses it, Steve, or maybe even Cheryl uses it, David. And it started out being 25 cents a tube. And over the years, it's maybe $4 or $5 now. But something as silly as mascara can now cost as much as $20 or $30 or $40. I have a younger sister who's about 20 years younger than me, and she was using the real expensive stuff. And I said to her, "Why are you spending $20 a tube on this stuff? Here's mine, and try it." And she said, "Oh, no, that's junk." And I said, "Well, I've been using it for 30 or 40 years. So I gave her a tube, a brand new tube of it, and she could not believe it was so much better than the $30 or $40 stuff that she was using. And I said to her, you know, I said, all these years that I'm referring all of my friends and my lady friends, new friends and old friends and stuff, and their children, we're all referring them to Maybelline mascara. Maybelline mascara has never, ever sent me $1 or a tube of mascara to thank me for the hundreds, if not thousands of people that I have sent them because I love that product. That's called referral marketing. It works when you don't get paid. It sure as heck works when you do get paid. Imagine when you can refer somebody to a wellness product that makes a difference in their life, or a fuel tablet that will help put money in their pocket every time they go to the gas tank. It will help them cut emissions. It will help them lower the amount of money that they're spending on maintenance for their cars and spending for gas. And more than that, the most important thing is wellness. It maybe not resonate with some people, but we also have the fuel tabs. We are also going into the coffee business. That is the third multi-trillion-dollar division that we are opening. That will be ready in June. And just a little heads up on that, there was a company that hit $1 billion selling coffee. It had several different kinds of coffee, including mushroom coffee. Mushrooms are medicinal. So this is really interesting. That company messed around with the formula. The original formulator left. He is now with Govi years later. And he's created not only the original formula, but he has embellished it and he has made it better. So it has medicinal mushrooms in it and other stuff. I understand we're going to have several different flavors. So people, we have our pick. We have an e-commerce platform in 60 some odd countries, 19 distribution centers around the world. You can pick and choose wherever you want to work. We have a third partner in this business, Angel Rodriguez, who is fluent in Spanish. He comes from El Salvador, who is more than willing to help us build our business if we need somebody to help us speak Spanish. We have Lance and Burke and Angel, who between them, the three of them have probably about 200 years expertise in network marketing. Here in this room, we have about 130 years of expertise between Steve and David and myself. And every single one of us who are here and people who are listening to this video, you know people that they have a know, like, and trust. You have relationships with people that will help you with your referral marketing. So what I'd like to just go over a little bit is, how would you start your business? The first thing you would do is write down your goals. I have about 3 or 4 different books. I have a vision board in front of me. I have a great big poster on that vision board that says, I dare you. And then I have checked off the different levels that I would like to attain: a 2x2, a 3x3, a 4x4, and the date. Write down your goals, your daily goals, your weekly goals, and your monthly goals. Be very specific. Write down how much money you would like to make. And you know something? In any business, when you're first starting out, if you have a franchise where you spend millions of dollars and go in the hole for years and years and years, you don't make any money at all. But in our e-commerce business, it is possible in your first month to not only make some money, but it is possible to help other people make money, your customers and your promoters, and also get your first residual income of $100 a month. You get 2 people and work with them to get their 2 people, and the company will pay you $100 residual income month after month after month. And as Steve is fond of saying,
What's that?
una más.
Yeah, get one more.
Get one more and you have your 3x3 and the company pays you $300 a month income. Una más. One more for 4. You make $500 a month residual income. That's just for this bonus. And it goes up to 5. So you get 5, help 5 people, get 5 people. They just keep on adding one. You get paid $700 with all the other bonuses, Steve. That comes to between $1,200 and $1,400 a month. You know, that would prevent some people from going into bankruptcy. That would prevent some people from getting evicted. That would help some people pay the college tuition for their kids. That would help some people pay off the doctor's bills that they have. That would help some people go on a family vacation for the first time in 3 years. We have 30 to 35% inflation, and people are still struggling. They don't know what to do. Network marketing, e-commerce is the only way to do that. Brian, we'd like to welcome you to the call tonight. I saw your lovely daughters had their recitals tonight. And one of the reasons that you're able to do that is because you're building a home-based business, yeah?
He's going to be one of your next superstars. I can guarantee you.
Will be.
I talked to Brian today. How you doing, bud?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I know David and you guys have been friends, but Brian and I have just met a little bit. I'm glad we got to spend some time down there. And like you mentioned, I think it's a relationship business. I'd like to throw in just a couple of people that were mentors me. And I admit I'm not very much into social media, but I don't know if you've ever heard of a guy named Dale Maloney. He owned the first Dairy Queen franchise in Wisconsin. And Dale helped me design a card one time. He used to do this. I have a little card and I put it out and I'll show you to you. But at the top, it says, and I always recommend putting your picture on there, whatever, because it's like real estate. At the top, the card I hand out says, if you continue to think like you've always thought, you'll continue to get what you've always got. And then it says in bold letters, is it enough with a question mark? If not, email or call me, Steve Hall. And there's my, my email and my phone number. And at the bottom, it says good for one free lunch. And this is the card if you've never seen it. And on the back of it, it says my card. It says entrepreneurial and business coach. Learn the secret of turning some of your taxable income mostly into residual income. And I always punch a hole in it because Dale was famous for that. And people always ask what the hole is. And I said, I just want to check to see if you have any holes in your income. And then Don Fela, I mentioned many times when I do the presentation with Dr. Lee, is Don Fela has 1.5 million distributors. I'm going to be in his book. One of the guys, Jeff from Aldi, worked with him, just called me last week, wanted to know if I'd do a paraphrase in a new book that they're coming out with. He's got about 1.5 million distributors, and he taught the 2x2 napkin presentation. So whether you like social media, you like to be belly to belly, I talk to everybody I run into. I'm kind to them, and I don't try to be just business. Some people I express what I'm doing. Some people I don't. I just move on, depending on their attitude. But these business cards are fantastic. And it's all numbers. We're looking for 4 or 5 people if the timing's right. Brian and I talked reference to another person today, and maybe the timing's not right, or maybe they've been in and out of the business. But we've always been an advocate of recruiting, but we're trying to find 4 or 5 of the right people. And I like I said, I had a good call with Brian today, and I think he encourages me, and I encourage him. And when he came down to Florida and we worked together a little bit, that was a great time. And we all have an opportunity here. It's your choice. You can do something with it or not. We're not going to make you do it, or we can't make you do it. I use a simple saying that, might not be real professional for a lot of you, but I used to say you can't push dead bears up trees. They're heavy suckers. And you're not going to push your cousin, your relatives, or pull a rope or something. It's really simple. It's just the idea. The main course of the dinner here, I think, do you want to have a better life? And if you don't, you just go watch TV. Don't try to convince your cousins. Find something. If you like social media, do it. If you like Brian's got a racetrack that's been in his family. He sees a lot of people. He's got signs out there about not only about losing weight, which he's done a tremendous job losing weight, and he's doing a tremendous job moving the packets. So is RS, and so have you, David. And it's just being face to face and honest with each other. And if somebody wants to do something, it's your natural instinct to help them. If you don't want to help them, you shouldn't be in this kind of business. If you're better at social media, that's my weak point. I'm not really good at that at all. But, the first time I got involved in the business with prepaid legal, we were number 2 recruiters in the United States. And I'm not just saying that to brag, because we just didn't know what we were doing, maybe ignorance on fire, but we went out and got excited. And people said, either this guy's not wrapped too tight, or, he's got something to share. And I really don't personally care, and don't take it sarcastically, what somebody else says. So that's the biggest thing that holds people back. What are they going to say? They might turn me down. I might get a no. Well, they get turned down all the time on every TV I show, drug commercials. And guess what, friends? $3 trillion they sold last year. Do you think they're concerned how many times you turn down the drug commercial? So you only need 5. Franchises are dying. This industry's exploding. Amazon's taking care of it. If you want to work the rest of your life, or you want to have something that you can build for you and your family and your children can inherit, get off, break the friction between you, chair, your ass, and the chair, and go talk to somebody. So that's my contribution for tonight.
Thank you, Steve. And again, you reiterated relationship business. And the truth is, that's
a good looking card.
Right. Get my card. I used to use one of those cards that was a $100 bill on one side, and I would drop them on the floor in a department store and stuff like that. This particular company, and we who are veterans understand, and we want to impart to new people too, that we are a family. I sponsored Brian, but Brian and I have a relationship. He has a relationship with you. You are my sponsor, and I sponsored Dave Wall as well, but you also have a relationship with him. So we all help one another, because not only is it a relationship business, but we like each other, which brings me to don't try to bring somebody into the business that you don't like, because if you don't like them, we don't like them. And why inflict them on us if you don't like them yourself? It's not going to work. Now, David went gangbusters because of his relationships. He's a pastor. He's a man with a big heart. He knows a lot of people. He likes to help people. So he's a natural for this. He went gangbusters, and he put in customer after customer after customer after customer. And now he's converting some of them to promoters. David, could you share with everybody who's on this call, who's going to be watching this call, how you're doing that? What's your specialty? Your secret sauce.
I've been on Facebook for several years, but I started listening to the videos of Carrie and Angel on Facebook.
Right.
And I think the first thing I did was a curiosity post. That piqued a lot of interest. When you show the pills, don't show the product's name. And a lot of people started texting me back saying, "What is that? What is that? What is that?" That worked real good. And also too, once my wife started losing weight, I started posting her results, and one by one, more and more people were seeing what she was doing. They got excited about it. They wanted some of it. And I've also noticed too that some people don't jump on the bandwagon right away. I've had some people say they weren't interested, and a few weeks later they come back and say, "I want to buy the product." So you just never know about people. 1 minute they don't want it, but a few minutes later they do. So I've been trying to be consistent with what Carrie and Angela have been teaching.
And you know something, David, I am not a social media person either, or a Facebook. I never built a business on Facebook, and I too watched their Carrie's excellent video on that, and I'm doing that a little bit, but I'm not having the success that you are with social media, and I am pretty good at the curiosity posts, but not like you. You get a AAA+. What are you doing offline though? Because you have an awful lot of customers that you have offline. You may support them online, but you attracted them offline. How did you do that?
Like I said, like I said, I know a lot of people, and I don't know. People started asking me about what I've been doing lately, because they know I'm not able to work full time because of my disability, my Parkinson's. So they know I'm not working full time anymore. And they said, "What do you we get to talking about what I'm doing, talking in general." I start telling them about working from home and work for the company I work with, and just talking to people, just not coming right out and telling them what I'm doing, just kind of start talking with them, get the conversation going, and before too long, it kind of leads into what I'm doing, leads into the field tabs or the weight loss. So just talking to my friends and just talking with them, just sitting down and talking with them, and let them know what's happening with me.
And we all have our own strengths and weaknesses. And David, you just kind of came alive when you grasped how to use Facebook and do those curiosity posts. And I'm learning from you because I go to your wall and then I go to the groups, the Go Life group, to look for your posts so I can see the kind of curiosity posts that you're posting, and then your testimonies as well, because I don't know everything, and I'm not having the same success that you are. So there's something that's resonating with you, and that has become your strength. So we're going to call you the Viking of Gobi. Brian, if you can for a minute, take your eyes off of the road and look at David. He's sitting underneath his deer, and he looks like he's wearing a Viking helmet with his full beard.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's absolutely amazing. I should probably try to take a picture of that, David.
Are you a hunter, David?
Yeah, me and my sons.
Hey, Steve, take a screenshot of David when you can get it back there. Maybe Brian.
I just did a screenshot for you.
Thank you very much. That's the Viking of
I'm
Gobi.
whiz kid. He knows how to do everything. Brian sends me stuff I can never figure out. I appreciate it, buddy.
I want to tell people, it doesn't matter whether you have experience in network marketing or business at all. If you want to work from home and you have a goal, and we call it your why, you have your why. And if your why is big enough, you can attain any goals and dreams that you want. First, you need a vision. I have a vision stone. Then you need to inspire other people, and you need to inspire yourself first. I have an inspire stone. Then you need to start creating. Guess what? I have a create stone. And then you know what stone comes next? Prosper.
There you go.
You reach out to other people and you find out what their challenges are and what their needs are. And you listen to them with an open heart and open ears as well. And then you show them what Gobi could do for their family and how they could attain their goals and their dreams with Gobi, and how it might be able to solve the challenges that they have. Then you will endear yourself to them. Number one, it's never about you. It's never about how much money you can make. We know that when you help other people meet their goals and dreams, that your goals and dreams will automatically be met. That's how the universe works. It's in balance. So when you reach out and you help other people, then they in turn will understand that if they reach out and they can help other people too. David just said he was telling folks about, Cheryl losing her weight and how he was doing this and that. And then I'm watching the posts that his folks are making. They're turning around and they're duplicating. They're sharing with other people the exact same thing that David is, in their words, on their terms. And so that becomes an octopus. I call it octopus marketing. Yeah, Steve? An octopus has like 15 or 20 arms. And the more people you touch and get them started, and then they grow their octopus arms, pretty soon, a year later, you turn around and you won't believe the amount of people that you have in an organization. Do you have anything to add, Brian?
What'd you say?
Do you have anything to add to that?
Oh yeah, I think you said it well. The goal is to just keep duplicating and find people that are looking for success and like-minded people. You just got to keep going through people till you find those ones that have stick-to-itiveness. Mm-hmm. That's huge.
So I know that, Brian, you run the family business, which is which is the drag raceway. And then you do other things in the wintertime. And now you've added Gobi into that. So you have to structure your time. So you have decided how many hours a week you want to devote to this, what times during the week you're going to spend to it. And you're flexible about it because sometimes things come up like the rehearsals tonight for your girls, which you were able to participate and enjoy. But you never forget the people in your business. And that's evidenced by your being here tonight to support this group. So I'd like to thank everybody for being here. Again, I'd like to reiterate, Anybody can do this business. We have 3 multi-trillion-dollar divisions. Pick one. Maybe 2 of them resonate with you. Maybe all 3 of them resonate with you. Everybody has a car they have to drive. So we have the automotive division. We have the wellness division. Everybody lives in a body. And some of us are baby boomers and we're aging out. And I'm seeing an enlightenment from some of the younger folks. And Brian, you live with some teenagers in your house too, so you can attest to this also. They're becoming very aware of the fact that, you know, they have to take care of themselves. They have to be healthy. And then we also have this new division that's coming up, the coffee division, which is going to make millionaires all in itself. If you don't like tablets, if you don't like wellness, everybody drinks coffee and you will. So what I would like to close the call out with now is to charge everybody with this. Grab a pen, grab a pad, have it with you at all times, whether it's a little one or a big one. And every place you go, jot down the name of the people that you know when you see and the new friends you're making that drink coffee. You know, Smiley sits 2 hours a day in a McDonald's with the fuel tabs, and he's built an extraordinary fuel tab business. But what do you think is going to happen to Smiley's business in McDonald's when he can also offer them the coffee? It's just going to explode. So,
RS, I'd like to just close out for thank you for all you do, and David, and you know, Brian, and I appreciate your encouragement call today, and I appreciate all you guys, and I think it's an incentive for everybody to help one another, and I'm really thankful to have be part of your team, and if I can do anything. And Brian, let's talk every week. I'm up in Ohio for about 10 days. And David, if I can ever help you 3 ways, and I know RS is always there for you. And so I appreciate you taking the time tonight. I'm going to kind of close out and go out and spend some time with my brother-in-law and sister-in-law. And then I'll be back to catch you guys maybe Tuesday. So RS, thanks for all you do for all of us. And there.
thank you, Stephen. Enjoy your family. Brian, enjoy your family. Get home safe. David, you're doing an extraordinary job. And I see that you did take our advice and you're starting to convert some of those customers into distributors. And let's help them get their first 2 people, because then they'll be on their way to getting their product paid for. Let's have a prosperous week. And thank you all for participating as always. And
God bless everybody.
God bless everybody. And for those folks who are watching the replay on this, don't forget, all you need to do is write down your goals. Pick the way that's more comfortable for you to build your business. Reach out to any one of us and we'll help you build your business. Thanks, everybody. Good night.
Good night. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Bye.